Without those headphones. So, well, I thought about it, and in the story, we're in Singapore. 2 weeks, beautiful. We went on a restaurant. Went on a restaurant. We went to this restaurant called something House of the Sea. Anyhow, it had a glass floor and there were fish underneath, and it rotated this restaurant. And we had Singapore slings there, my brother Bob and I. And him and I never really would have a celebration with those many shots. We didn't know what a Singapore sling was. And had the best time ever. Singapore slings. What were we eating? Filet mignon. Not filet. Prime rib. Nice red prime. Prime rib everywhere. I love prime. I love Vegas because of prime rib. Okay, so we're in Singapore. We're at the nice hotel. The first week, 900 in room service. What was my brother doing? I don't even know. I got lost finding Denise. And then I went to Malaysia with her, and I met another guy. They owned a sports. His parents owned the water sports place, jet skis, everything. I ended up staying over at his house one night. I remember there was money on the table there in Singapore notes, like weird colors, 500,000. And I brought him the money because for me it was just too weird that it was sitting there. And I thought I'd think I was weird because it was money, and I don't know. They didn't seem to give a fuck about money, just that I'd care about it. I just wanted to make sure nobody else took it with me there. So I made him take the fucking money case. And what a great guy. Tommy, I want to say, God, these people were so fantastic. I mean, it's like their hearts were out there, and it was just about jet skiing and water skiing and skiing, flips, turns, going out, nice, good. It's the influencer around is what's going to happen. Because I'll flash back to me, Jigs, and Rex. Jigs and Rex are two Sir Leone students. And their father's an agronomist in Sir Leone, Africa. And they were in Chicago. Twins. Now, Adrian has a wife and a kid and his awesome father. Rex, my best friend, is single and adventurous and awesome friend. And we are best friends. And I ended up seeing him after my travels. I came back. My brother and I were downtown Chicago. My brother's a connection to Chicago. He lived there all his life. And at one point in our store, we're going to be going to Key West, which is Bob and I driving from Chicago down through Indianapolis to have Thanksgiving with my sister, down on into Key West right after Katrina hit in 2005. And I'd gotten a job with Mighty Mouse Construction the week after. And that's a whole chapter, Key West, boy. There's some people in Key West. Awesome people in Key West. Okay, bam. Next to back in Singapore, Bob and I at the restaurant, everything was good. How did that trip end? Bob left. I stayed with Denny. No, that's not right. I remember we were flying through Hong Kong to Los Angeles, landed, Bob got really drunk in Los Angeles. I took his bags to the security, and because he wasn't there, they had to x-ray them again. But that was the only inconvenience. We flew into Chicago. Got a car to the hotel that was right on the corner of where we hang out. One Magnificent Mile. My brother worked for high-end hair people. Subi was my first love. And Chicago back then, wow. So, I am in Singapore with the brother. I'm 25, not 18 at this point. What happened to the Marine Corps? I guess that was a short video. We don't want to share too much about that anyhow. Let's settle in. I'm going to put this one up for later. I'll edit it. Where can I go with this? Let me get my hat on. Look at. There we are. There we are. We are in Singapore. The sultry nights. It's like a nice heat. Everyone's great. The law is crazy. The guy that spray painted the graffiti on the car ended up getting caned like, I want to say, 12 or 21 times. Soon I'll have my setup here so I can look more professional. We're grabbing it by the bootstraps, yeah. There's no need for rushing numbers. I was happy to get over 50. And then I was distracted by curbs and didn't look, and now it's really high. I mean, compared to when I'm looking at trying to get past 70 subscribers, I had started this thinking I was going to have an Uber job. It's taken over a month. I'm close. I mean, I have my license, everything's good that way. There just is a process. So I planned on going in there and finding content. Now I'm finding content and just what already happened. Surviving the Bangkok Hilton. Surviving the Biden buyout. The corruption, the almost tearing America apart. I thought that was done. It would have been done. Elon wasn't kidding when he was like, it really matters. It matters very much. No shit, huh? Rogan got on board. It's all good. So, that's a shame. I didn't know that was happening. Boy, I had a 200 audience. What would be the chances that'll happen again? Am I a dumb person for leaving them? I have to get a drink. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, nobody. So Singapore, it was lovely. My brother and I had a great time. We went and bought gold. We went on a little gold shopping thing. This kid in Singapore ended up getting my onyx ring. My dad had a ring onyx. I think my brother has it now. That was legit. It's true what they say about easy come, easy go. If you don't earn it, it doesn't have a value and stick. I think it's part of what you think in your brain, the manifestation, I believe. and all that. So Singapore goes good. I have the romance. I go back to Chicago where him and I had to get a hotel room up like high up on the floor and visit his bars. It was all his stuff. He lived there, worked there. I came and it was after the Marine Corps. And I had my good friends. We had motorcycles. These guys would outrun the police all the time. I'd always pull over. They would fly. My brother has a story. Riding downtown in Chicago. And how he just about crushed my buddy's ribs. Because he was on this 600. What do you have? It was on a Ninja Katana 600. And we flew. I had a Honda Magna 750. And I lost all that. So let's go on to Nobody Here. We're going to go into A.BOTTS' book, The Nightmare in Bangkok. What happened there was a trip to the Philippines. This is the third trip. So the diamonds and rubies are done. Now it's heavier substances coming from Bangkok, Thailand. Not Singapore. 3.5 grams of heroin in Singapore gets you death. They don't mess around. I don't know. You don't know. Anyhow. Referring to the book from the gentleman that I probably had in the last stream, but maybe people will watch it. So this is my content. I need to know what you think of this content. I'll hear from one person. That's all I need to hear from, and he's gonna say, "Hell yeah, nice hat." When this hat's from here in town, for sale. Everything's for sale, guys. My adventures with counts. I want to get out to Cali on this trip. I'm going to move to Starbase, Texas. My brother wants to be in Key West. That can happen. Settle in Starbase. Drop him off in a boat down in Key West. I've done Key West. I have a whole chapter about Key West. It's not for today. Today we are just back from Singapore. Arrived in Chicago. Money becomes paper. Where it doesn't, $100 bill is just the gateway to what you desire. As I said earlier, I did not do drugs. I did not go that route. I was unique in that way, partly because the people I was around would hide it from me, pretend like it wasn't happening, whether they were embarrassed or didn't want me to know or were greedy. God bless them. The time where I did, there was this line on the dresser, and I did it thinking it was something that would move me up, and it was the exact opposite. And I started projectile vomiting all over Jig's apartment, this nice apartment in Chicago, where all the action happened. Where the band got together, that effing ripped every damn day of the year, and they know what the Joneses band. That band is right there, sitting right here, and I use their music. I love it. It's good. They're good. This is all YouTube weird thoughts going through my head. I have this set on kids. Because, we'll see. For the openers, and I'm a holy Christian, uplifting, believe in the Lord, our Jesus. So, nothing's fake. Okay, come back at Chicago, hanging out. Well, this is how there would be a card game every other week in Detroit from these Detroit players, and they had already before I knew how money is just paper. I was handed a paper bag, a little sandwich bag, like this one. Just like this one. I have a prop. I had this. This is exactly what it was. I came in to see my buddy, Jig, and they said, Mark, hey, this is for you. It's a present. We think you are a very white person with a passport. No, they didn't say that. We think you are very handsome. They would probably have done anything. And anyhow, and that lifestyle's fine as long as they're happy, as long as everyone's happy. Hell, I picked a pronoun. My pronoun is his for his Royal Highness. Got a job at Urban Outfitters out here, like trying to get my life back on. Because this boss at the pizza joint, I was videotaping him swear at me for helping this lady get into the laundry. I was 5 minutes late to a pizza job, and I recorded him. I still have the recording. I never put it up. I didn't think about it, but then I did. That's where, yeah, it's blackmail. What the fuck? Of course, it would cross your mind, but not on this channel. Harley's Dad's, no way. Okay, besides that, I should put tape over the numbers so I can't see them. Besides that, let me tell you, that things are going so good. We're going to do this sale on, bam, there we go. We're going to do this sale on the contents of the barn. Zach wants it cleared out. He's been going to Florida a lot. He has quite a story. And keep it on me. Chicago. Boom. Or the paper bag full of money. So there was $6,000 in this bag. And it was given to me to do whatever I wanted with it. Now $6,000 it was paid bills and maybe the motorcycle. But it was, well, there's the devil right there, thinking back on it. And I've said this many times. I rehearsed this. I've lived it, so I had to tell people. So that's where I'm hoping it'll translate, and that my son, who's 4, will be with me sooner. Whatever that takes. That'd be great. I'm a skeleton right now. I'm like, lost weight. I'd have this thing. I start getting sick. And it brought me down to nothing, but now I'm coming back. I have major support. I have news from people that I never expected to hear from that are really there like they were back then. So let's continue on. We are going to go right in. We said to the Bangkok Hilton. There's the author, A.BOTTS, of Nightmare in Bangkok. Now, what he was talking about, and what I'm going to do here, this is good. There are a lot of stories in between, okay? Marat, this Tunisian guy that would play takraw. It's this game where you smack it with your head and use everything but your hands. Volleyball, or like they'd play badminton even. So you have Lajau, address 332 Long Guam Wan Road, Chatuchak, Thailand. H1W3L3. You'd write letters on just one piece of paper. I'd write so tiny. And there I met a woman from Montreal, and she had art, and I had a crew. I had Tom frickin' Cartner is right up there with Brett with me. Brett, Tom Cartner, bam. Curbs, I'm going to have a nice office. I'm going to get that together. This is all coming up. So I'm going to leave this up to do a progression. if I can tell the story. So we are in Lajau. What a beautiful place. This is cement sidewalks. There's a little klong on the left, a palm-thatched office, or that was bricks. You'll get to another section, and I believe that was in '85. There was a riot, and I was there '91 to '95, and then while I was there, they burned down the garden. The Nigerians had taken it over. Sorry, Nigerians, with the drug trade, where it was just like, well, the Spanish. It's how quiet they were. It's individuals. It's not countries. So there were 12 Spanish. So the cooler ones, and there were two very cool ones. So keeping it G-rated, there was a Hell's Angel from their hut, and he was very cool. Vitamina, and we would lift weights every day. And I had a habit. I was putting it on foil and inhaling it through a foil straw. You could take the foil straw after a week, and like, it was good. I never knew what happens when you don't have it. I learned then what your body reacts, how it reacts. And but that wasn't a majority. A majority was this 14-ton of marijuana case. We'll call him Bubba, because that's what he called himself, Bubba. And the guy that wrote the book, A.BOTTS, he named everybody. I was you, Mark, because my last name's Howard. And how are you, Mark? How are you? So he named me, you, Mark. Andy named everybody, whatever. His book, I read his book. I have his book. These people read his. I was generous. Here, read the book. I don't see the book again. I think I had a signed copy. Andy is the shit. Andy got us through. Andy would have a pill Bible. I guess we called it, flashing back. And oh, we know the number. Nung, song, see, hut, hope, jet, bok, cow, sip. The women will say sawadika. The men say sawadika. The guards say, how much money you got? One time, I had a parcel, and one of the candies, evidently, possibly, there may have been some kind of hash on it. And there were 2 pieces in a nice little made jar. And the frickin' guard, who, it was nice to me, like, I never talked to him. He was a younger looking Thai, but I could see that, and I'm the same age, I'm 25 then. I could see that he was not like mean or mad at me when I'd walk by. So I have shit, right? I'm an American with money on his birthday. Fucker gets 1 piece of candy. There were 2 pieces of candy with 1 gram of each hash. He ate a whole gram of motherfucking hash. Damn it, this is not gonna be. I gotta watch my language. Damn. Oh, I'm doing terrible. So, made for kids. Unbelievable. How can I edit this? Okay, here we go. We're in the Nightmare in Bangkok book. Andy Botts calls the shots. Although, previous to his arrival, there was a coffee shop that was run by Kerry, we'll say. And this other guy, Bubba, with the 14 tons. And when the FBI came on the boat, there was a dozen or so, 14 Thai workers, generally in the same drab clothing. And then Walter in his Hawaiian shirt, and he pulls an ounce of weed out of his pocket and tells him, only an ounce is mine. So, stubborn, good old Bubba, and he'd always say, Marky, Mark, you ready? And, Woomba, Woomba. Let's go. Let's get this going. And we were getting things going in the Bangkok Hilton. Now, while you're in there, you can't say you're having fun, but hell, they even had sex in Building 1 because they had toys, they had switchovers. The gay guys were going there, but that's where I didn't get it. So this dude's gay, right? So cool, that's cool. I know people, loved ones. And, but this dude, this German guy, went to one, or had someone from Building 1 come over. So this is a guy that looks like a girl. It is a girl. It's a girl because they get cut. Dr. John would do the operations there. So, um, this guy, gay guy, wanted a girl. Like, that's what I wanted. But I knew that it wasn't. Anyhow, I wasn't even trying to go that way. I figured I fucked up enough, and I wasn't going to, compromise myself further. I don't know. I just didn't want to. At one point, Paul Joseph and I, he's another hero. He's right there with, we got Brett and Paul Joseph. Billy Cochran. Oh, Tom Cartner. And yeah, Billy. The Bombats Bad Boys Club is Billy, Tom Cartner, and myself. And had memorabilia that all went to Montreal. Wrote letters to this girl, and that could be a whole nother subchapter. But back to Andy. Many stories in the array. What I mainly remember is the American House. American House was centered back in the center on a full cement platform that the prisoners had to pay for themselves. That's where you get the tie-in with the coffee shop. Now there was a blue shirt there. Kenny, he was like Superman, they'd call him. And he had a laptop back then in 91. Trying to send shit home. Get the fuck out of there. Oh, I gotta stop swearing. Well, I'm not seeing any traction at all. I don't know what I did last time to get to 200. I messed it up. I'm not feeling motivated. Of course, this is taped. So let me get through at least A.BOTTS' story. We still have the giveaway, then the travel cross country. At that point, you'd have to like me. I'm not hateable. I don't really want you to like me. I'm giving up my anonymity for the boy to have something. To me, it doesn't mean anything. I just got through last summer of living in a tent on a mountain, but it was beautiful. Previous to that, a apartment with bed bugs, waking up like this, and oh my god, it's disgusting. It really took my health down, and struggled to get on from there. This where I'm at is good till April, so I need an income. I need an adventure, and it all seems to be coming together with the sale of San Fran, the barn to the bay. We're selling out the barn to get a ride to the bay. We'll be doing the sale, giveaway, and I'm gonna crash. Thank you all. See if anyone sees this. Is it interesting? That's what I want to know. Thank you.